the box. So yeah.
Can you just give some brief information about these platforms that you've mentioned? Ecosystem, like what do they offer as a service?
Okay, so if we talk about like although like if you are a very beginner, then you should go for try hack me, so which will contain all the like solutions to do a recon thing in the cyber security, how to do recon or how to web application pen testing, network pen testing. So all these things you can learn on try hack me with proper guidance. And some other platforms also there like pentester lab is also very good. Like you have to buy the premium membership of that
Okay.
pentester lab, but yeah, they provide a full roadmap, like day by day where what thing you have to do. So,
All
yeah.
right. That sounds pretty amazing. So again, that's something that definitely will help a lot of the students to just have a practical exposure by just following these guides. Talking about your particular, set of, internships that you have done, or any sort of roles that you have, connected to in cybersecurity. Areas that, obviously when you talk about in India, any cracking any software engineering role, they require data structures and algorithms. But for you to crack any opportunity in cybersecurity domain, what was the metric, or in what parameters did they, uh, categorize your resumes, or what was a, point, or what was a topic that was given more, impact?
I would suggest like if I talk about cybersecurity and if you want to do internship in that just see in which area you want to do the internship. See the job description where the prerequisite will be written. So try to learn those prerequisite, whatever they are asking for. Like if you are planning for an internship, so just be sure that you know the prerequisite. One more thing I have observed that it's not compulsory that you know all the prerequisites. Even if you know 50% also, then just apply for it. Don't think that yeah, this thing I don't have. Even if it's a compulsory thing, sometime um, they will accept your maybe the invitation or the internship they will give you, because they know that if you have learned this many of things, then it's not a very tough task to learn the other part also, which
Definitely.
might be you are not aware about. So,
Hmm.
and just achieve some achievements, like you can do certifications. Many are free available on the Udemy. Then you can go for Coursera also, like they also have a good certifications which you can get a free of cost by applying on the financial aid, which they accept in 15 days. Whatever you write, like I have personal experience that your financial aid request will be approved for sure, like within 15 days. So you can get free
Okay.
of cost. Yeah. One more thing is that like when you do any course from Coursera, like they have 4 5 courses. When you complete all those 4 5 courses, they will give you a one big certificate,
Hmm.
which is like you have done mastery in this particular field, like that. So yeah, it's you should go for some certificates. Then if you are going to apply the internship in VAPT or web application pen testing, like that, then try to hunt some vulnerability on some websites and just get the hall of fames, and you can mention those hall of fames in your resume. So it will just it will be nice. Like yeah,
Cool. So basically, if I have to summarize, then having a practical experience would definitely give them an edge,
yeah,
if they have done it in the past in some way or the other, even in whatever scale, but they'll definitely help.
yeah.
Cool. So, Hemant, could you just give us some idea about certain companies or certain opportunities in terms of roles that a first year, second year student can start preparing for if they have to, land onto a full time offer, or let's say a 6 month internship with any company? What would be those roles that you would, recommend? And in specific, if there are certain companies who hire specific to cybersecurity domain.
Mm, uh, can't mention, like can't remember the names of the company, but I can give an idea that if you are a beginner and you are searching for an internship, then you can search from the LinkedIn. It's a very good platform where
Okay.
you can just go to the jobs tabs. You can write internship at the top and you can search as per your requirement. There are some filters also available, like for experienced or for the freshers, for which that particular internship is. And yeah, that's just the only
That
thing
sounds good.
I have. you do.
That brings me to the next question of LinkedIn itself, and that networking as overall. How much do you think networking has helped you to achieve whatever you have achieved so far in your career? And how does it matter in terms of a student? If I talk about from the perspective of an undergraduate student, how does networking matter, and how can it have an impact in your career?
I can say networking matters a lot. As I told in beginning also, like some wants to just perform the task, but they actually don't know what they are doing. So
Mm-hmm.
if you know the networking, you can better understand like what actually is happening. Like even like if you are sending something to the server, you are receiving the response. You even don't know that what actually is coming. This is a like what like you don't even have an idea that which kind of response is this like. So it's better if you like if you learn networking, then it will help you a lot. Even apart from that which you learn from the internet, if you know the concepts, then you can discover something by your own, like this is the thing which I didn't found on the internet and I've discovered by myself, I can say that. So it's better if you learn by concepts, then you can go more high. If you don't understand the concept, you will just perform what people are performing, then might be you will stop at one place,
Mm-hmm.
that yeah, I will go beyond this because I don't know what actually I'm doing. So yeah,
Cool,
networking is very helpful.
cool.
And I think that networking is helpful in almost many domains of CSE. Like even if you are doing machine learning, or
Mm-hmm.
if you are doing web development, then networking is important part. And even almost all second year student, like all CSE student have networking in their syllabus, I guess, in the second year of their college. Yeah.
Correct. All right. Coming back to the next question, how do you see LinkedIn as a source of social interactions that you had, or the connections that you have made in LinkedIn? How do you see that helping you in your career, and how much does that impact in terms of having personal connections with maybe founders and CEOs of some companies, or maybe HRs and recruiters? Does that give you an edge over other applicants or other students who are not using LinkedIn so often and they're not much active in the platform?
Yeah, actually, LinkedIn is very helpful. Even when I talk to many people, like students nearby me or the my village friends, I used to suggest them that use LinkedIn. Like they also even ask me that, hey Hemant, like we also want to do so. We also want to get a job and like that. So I always suggest them that use LinkedIn, follow the people in your interest. Like if you have the interest in some area, so follow the same peoples which are doing good in that particular area. So I can say that it will give you a motivation also, that if he can do, then I can also do. It will help you in finding the contents or the path also, like what like if this person has these things in his skills projects, so you can see those same projects, you can focus on those. So it's motivating also, it will give you the content also, sometimes demotivating also, I
Hmm.
can say. But yeah, just go for the motivating part and the helpful part. Apart from this, the LinkedIn is very helpful in finding jobs also. In every people are friendly there. I'm not sure if you have bad in like bad experience from the LinkedIn, but I used to see the good side of the LinkedIn. Whenever
Hmm.
I used to message someone, almost everyone reply very friendly, like in order to ask some doubts. Even if you will also message me, like maybe many of you have did. So I used to reply, like maybe I won't reply immediately, but when I used to sit in my spare times, like I'm very free, then I will see all the messages of the LinkedIn and I will reply one by one to everyone, like what help I can do for you, or if somebody has asked the question, I will try to solve the questions. And yeah, so LinkedIn is very helpful.
That definitely helps, right? And that also builds your community of certain connections that you have, and
Yes.
definitely that helps you in certain point of time in your career. Definitely, definitely. So we have certain questions from the community members of CDN, who has before this session we collected their questions and they have sent their questions to us. First question: what would be the definite roadmap? Like, as in, what kind of just like you mentioned, networking. what are the other topics or other subjects that you recommend someone learning step by step in a, you know, in a particular way? In step one, you learn this. Step two, you learn this, or it will be that roadmap to become a cybersecurity expert.
Okay, so first you start with the Linux operating system. You use it in your daily life. Like if you are using two operating system, I would recommend you just switch everything to your Linux operating system. Like I'm from many years I'm not using the Windows operating system. I will try to manage whole things from my Linux operating system. Like there are some other tools also which you can use. Like consider if you want to use even some Windows softwares, then you can use Wine for running those exe file in your Linux operating system. So start with Linux, then go for the basic concepts of networking. Then consider if you want to learn web application pen testing, then learn web development also a little bit, like the some knowledge of the languages and how the web actually works and all those. If you want to learn the Android pen testing also, then learn some part of Android development also, like what are the components and things are in the Android operating system. It's like first you need to know that how actually it is working, then only you can break it. So yeah, then
Cool.
yeah, this.
All right. So next question would be, if we are participating in a hackathon or something like that, what can be this core subject area where you can target to build a particular project? Given that you have to do that in 48 hours time period, what subject area do you suggest that in this subject areas in cybersecurity specifically you can build some good projects?
Can't answer, but I can give some because I have never participated in like hackathons.
Mm-hmm.
Like yeah, played some CTFs, but didn't participated in any hackathons where I have to build some projects or something like that. Um,
All
but
right. Talking about the opportunities that you have received right now, what would be the job role that you perform? Like basically, let's understand this. Somebody has already learned cybersecurity; they've got the certifications. But what is the real-time work that they do? That is something that everybody would love to know, and specifically the final year students who are preparing for their jobs or preparing for landing on full-time office, to understand that real-time work culture or real-time work that they have to perform in day-to-day basis. What is that culture like? Because you have had an experience, so
yeah.
if you could just share that.
Yeah, so firstly, like if I will tell my experience, I would never go for a analyst job. Like
Okay.
I'm very much interested in pen testing, so I will always try to look for a job which have a title like cybersecurity engineer, penetration tester, like that, where
Mhm.
I have to perform like offensive things, not the analyst part, where you have to observe like what attacks are coming on the server and you have
Okay.
to defense them. Like maybe you have to block that particular IP, or you need to inform somebody, or some automated tools are also there
Mhm.
where you will do this. So what actually work you have to do is like as a penetration tester, there will be a lot of projects coming in the your company, or my if it depends if it is a product based company or a service based company. So
Mhm.
if it's a product based company, then whatever product they are going to launch, you need to pen test that particular project. It means you need to find the loopholes in that particular product,
Okay.
what loopholes are there, so before launching them they can fix that particular loopholes. So yeah, in product based company they have different they are going to make different products, so you need to secure them. If I talk about service based company, then maybe they have different clients where you are getting different projects and different in different areas. Like maybe you are receiving web application pen testing, so if you know web application pen testing, then you can pen test those projects. If you know API pen testing, and then you can ask for the API projects also. Apart from that, network pen testing, then iOS pen testing, Android pen testing. So you will be receiving different pen testing projects which you need to pen test, where you need to find the vulnerabilities, you need to make reports, you need to
Okay.
make like attack narratives and other documentations, like the test case sheets, what test case you have applied, which are passed, which are failed, what are the severities, report number and all. So yeah, you need to know how to write proper documentation also. That is also very helpful. So yeah, you that's the task which you have to do. depends from company to company. Now, like many companies now focusing on the cloud part also. So maybe you have to do cloud pen testing also. Some other pen testing are also there. So
Okay. Cool. Coming back to the next question, how do you see, like, what are the different forums that are available for cybersecurity? People who are in the cybersecurity domain. Like, if I talk about GSOC or any other program, or like say any Android developers, they have a community of people, right? They have a forum where they can go and discuss their doubts, their queries. There are a lot many people. There are, industry people, software engineers, and undergrads, and everyone. They discuss among each other and find out a lot of things, and that's an exchange of information which takes place in that forums. For cybersecurity, what are those forums that are available, and what is a requirement? What do you think that, this is something that is not available in the domain right now, something that the students are not aware of, or maybe they say, let's we have not got a platform like this yet. What can come up in the future? What do you think? What are your viewpoints in that as of now?
Uh, like didn't know any well-known forums, but
Okay.
yeah, I've used some forums and some I can say the websites which are private, like invitation based and all, where you can find the contents which are not available on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
But I personally use Twitter as a forum. Like if I want to know something, then it's I used to search on the Twitter itself. Uh, like whatever, consider if there is a new vulnerability, so if you want to learn that, simply you can search the vulnerability name or any keyword for from that particular vulnerability on the Twitter, and easily you can find that. Because almost all the cybersecurity researchers used to post on the LinkedIn, like sorry, on the Twitter, that these is a new vulnerability, step to reproduce. And yeah,
Okay.
I found that Twitter is very helpful in this thing. Like if you want to learn many things, you can learn from the Twitter also.
Okay. Could you just tell me, if during your undergraduation, if you were part of any student communities or any developer communities in particular, and how did that help you, to, in any way, if that helped you in any way, and what would you recommend your juniors or the freshers who have joined universities, in first years and second years? What different student communities or developer groups are available that they can join and take some good benefit out of?
Yeah, so I've also joined two communities in my college,
Okay.
like the Next Tech Lab and the SRM IEC, that is Indian Energy Conference, where I'm a technical guy. Like they have the websites of their Indian Energy Conference, which I have to where I have to find the loopholes. In I found many vulnerabilities also, like the admin panel of that particular website was vulnerable to SQL injection, and anybody can get access into that admin panel using some SQL queries, or I
Hmm.
can say SQL payloads. So yeah, there I didn't did much things, because I just have to do I have to find the vulnerabilities on that website. If I talk about the Next Tech Lab, yeah, I've done there many things. When I've started my career as a cybersecurity, that lab helped me a lot. Like the environment, I liked a lot. Like uh, there was a very big lab of Next Tech Lab. So I've seen many people are working there. Like some are building games, some are doing like um, that machine learning part, like they are training the models 24 into 7. They like, even they didn't go to hostel, like they will work for there, they will sleep there itself, they will work there. So that environment I liked a lot. And even once upon a time, like when I was working in Next Tech Lab, I used to do the same. Full day, full night, I will sit in the lab itself. Even I will sleep in the lab itself. I will join 2 3 chairs and I will sleep on those. So yeah, the environment was very nice. Like somebody is working with us, like you alone you can't work, you will feel laziness, or maybe you won't feel a good environment, because maybe somebody is having fun and you are learning. But when you join a community, many other persons will be there who are already doing great in those fields. So you can
Hmm.
get a lot of motivations that how good he is doing, and I also want to do that. So communities, and also you can ask your doubts. Like when I was in Next Tech Lab, all the peoples are very friendly. Like anything I would ask to my syndicate or some other friends, that I'm facing problem in this particular area. So yeah, And apart from that, fun will also be there. Like even by learning, we used to do a lot of fun. So also, like
Mhm.
somebody is developing a game, so we also used to play those games. And uh, yeah, some ways. So I can say you should join the community. Apart from this, I've also done some projects in being the Next Tech Lab. Like one of my senior, I can say Anit Patel, who is very good in IoT part and the development part. So I've done one project by working with him, and one more my one of one like we three are there,
Mhm.
Shashank, me, and Anit. So we are working on the IoT pen testing. So where
Okay.
yeah, so we have worked on one IoT device where like one MQTT protocol is there, through which we used to send the informations. Like we are sending some temperature information. Like we have attached one temperature device with an Arduino who is sending continuously the temperature data of the current room to the server, and I have to stop that temperature data, or I can say I have to view that data. Apart from this, I have to change that data. So we are able to do, like we are able to stop the data. Like I was able to stop that device in order to send the data, and I was able to see that particular data, but yeah, I was not able to change the data. So I
Cool.
worked for some months with that project.
All right. Now talking about the kind of commitments of hours that you have to give in a day-to-day basis, or the amount of, what should be your routine if you have to give a sort of idea about it, and how do you manage your academics with cybersecurity or any other thing? What should be that process, or what should be the timeline that you followed and that helped you, and that can someone take benefit from?
Yeah. So I don't know what's others' schedule, but if I talk about my schedule, then I don't have a proper schedule. I used to work in a free manner. Like if today I'm happy to do pen testing, then maybe I will do for the whole night. Like
Okay.
I won't even sleep. Like maybe I will sleep at 6 a.m. or maybe 5 a.m. like that. Consider if I'm not I'm not interested in working on the laptop, or I don't want to do the pen testing, I will continuously watch web series or movies or like that, maybe even for 2 3 days also. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like I work only when I am interested. So that's the thing. Like sometime what one more thing I used to do, like when I am very active, I can say, like I am not feeling sleepy, so that time I will read the theory part, and like the learning part I will do. Night I used to do a pen testing part, because that's a practical thing, and while doing that particular task I won't feel sleepy. So I
Okay.
used to do pen testing part in nights and learning part in day. If also side by side I have to manage my college also, but the time when like college is fully remote, so I don't feel attending that college classes like worth. So I will just keep my phone away, and I will do my other task. And one more thing I want to tell is like the college syllabus is not very big. If you
Mm-hmm.
consider,
Correct.
I personally think that a 6 month semester I can read in 1 month, or I can say 2 months.
Definitely.
Okay, so then apart from that, you can do your own task. So you should do, like when I used to ask some friends, they will say that I've got 90% in my college. So I would ask that what extra you did. Everybody did the college, and everybody has the good percentage.
Mm-hmm.
So what extra you did apart from the college? So that's matter.
Definitely. And I completely agree with that. That you can definitely complete a semester in given 1 or 2 months
Yeah,
period of time if
2 months.
you have a proper planning for the same. Talking about startups, we see a lot of startups coming up in India in today's date. What do you think cybersecurity as a domain in terms of startups and the startups who are emerging in cybersecurity domain? What do you see the trend, and how do you see the future scope of these startups?
I I think that it's nice. Like previously, nobody cares about cybersecurity. Like even
Mhm.
nowadays in India, many companies are still there who don't have any cybersecurity team, and even they are
Mhm.
not interested. Even if you report the bug, are not interested in fixing that, or they think that no issue for us. But
Mhm.
day by day, the cyber security is, I can say that, what to say, uh, like everyone is caring about the cyber security now, like due to lots of data breaches, I can say, and the
Mhm.
cyber security events and all. Like
Correct.
many breaches happen, many people are facing issue, like when like many people's accounts got hacked. So everybody now caring about cyber security, and even I can say security researchers are increasing very fast. So companies are facing issues also, like many people are doing unethical activities on different applications. So
Mhm.
now I can say that everybody needs cyber security, and day by day some more rules are coming, I can say. Like in many companies didn't care about, but I have heard that many country has very strict rules regarding cyber security. Like if any, due to any company, if people's data got exposed publicly, then that company have to pay very high charges to the government, I can say for the fine, right? But I know that India don't have this type of regulations and all. But yeah, day by day the cyber security uh, is
Okay. So
improving.
we've got a question from the current participants that we have. So Christian is asking, what all programming languages are required in cybersecurity? So again, just again making this question a bit more specific, do we have a particular programming language requirement in cybersecurity first of all? And if we have, then what are those languages, and what are the level of proficiency that you should have in that language?
Yeah, so I can say that if you want to learn cybersecurity, then a basic knowledge of programming languages it's more than enough.
Okay.
Uh, like it's not like you have to make a complex program. Even if you know the basic thing, like at least you can understand. Like even if it's a complex program, you don't know how to build it, but by seeing it, you can understand that how that person has made it or how it is working. So basic knowledge of programming language is enough. So you can go for, like, if you want to do automations in the cybersecurity, want to build exploits, then you can go for like Python for script, HTML for web pen testing. You can go for it. Yeah, so these are some programming languages. Apart from that, I guess C and C++ are very common, which you
Mhm.
already aware about in the college itself. Like they only teach you. Even I am from civil engineering. In my syllabus, C programming was there in my first semester, and after that, even the college introduced us Java also, Python
Correct.
also. For every branch, we have the programming language. So even in my, I guess, maybe sixth or seventh semester, I have the programming things also, where they have taught us the programming languages, and they took the exams also for that, and we need to clear that. That is the compulsory thing. So yeah, we have to learn that.
Correct. Now talking about your particular, the roadmap that you had, and coming from a civil engineering background, how much did you find it difficult to compete with the people who were in computer science and IT departments? Was there any competition, first of all? Like, does there exist any sort of, you
Yeah,
know, right? There
yes,
exists, there
competition
exists,
is
and
there.
in what way can you, overcome that? What would be your take on that?
Competition is there. Like in all field, competition is there. But yeah, I used to just see, like, if he was able to do, then why I'm not.
Hmm.
So I used to learn that particular task, and I want to say that uh, what can't didn't know the word, but like if I talk about pen testing, then if somebody have done that particular thing, then I'm very curious. I have to do, like, I won't sleep till though I won't do that. Like if I have committed that I want to find a bug on Facebook, then I will definitely find it in some way. Either I won't sleep for many hours till though I won't find even a single issue.
All right, that's amazing. Cool. You already mentioned some of the courses in Coursera, Udemy that are
Yeah.
very helpful for the students. Apart from that, do you think there are any playlists in YouTube or maybe some books that you want to recommend to someone who is having a they're just beginning to study about cybersecurity? Any particular recommendation that you'd like to make?
uh, I like 1 second. So if you want to go for bug hunting, then you can go for like real world bug hunting and web hacking 101. So books, many books are there, but I personally, I even I doesn't read books, nor I see any videos on YouTube.
Okay.
Like what I personally think is you won't get the good content at a single place,
Hmm.
right? At a single place you can't find the whole content. So what I will do is I will learn even one, I can say one big topic from 10 numbers of websites. Like some good part is from here, some good part is from here. Like maybe over one website, when you read something, you may find some things are confusing. Maybe
Correct.
you go on different website, you will see that this part is clear at this website, and this part, that particular, the above part is clear at that website. So you can learn from different website, you can combine the things. So I will personally use Google search engine for finding different websites for the content and the learning material. I won't like consider there is a channel on the YouTube which will give you that zero to hero in cybersecurity,
Hmm.
but I won't go for it because I know that might be some things are not clear, or anything can be happen. So I will simply learn some topics from different websites.
Cool. So I think that works for many other people as well.
Yeah.
Gathering knowledge from different websites and different places at the same point of time and bringing them together at a particular point. Cool.
I will also
Uh,
suggest that like everybody should learn like how to use Google. Like yeah, we are using every day, but you try to find out that how you can use more effectively that Google. Like many filters are there, many advanced settings are there in Google, many tools are there. Even you can go for like filters, I can say Google Docs. So
mhm.
so you should know how to find it. Like that will just reduce your time in order to find. Like even if you are finding an PDF or a PPT for a college, so might be you are simply searching that thing. So you learn like how to use Google Docs. So within a second you will find the exact thing which you want.
Correct. That is like a skill. I believe that is again a
Yeah,
part of a skill.
yeah, yes,
Google,
yes.
using Google Chrome or any browser is a skill. Cool. So that would be something that we wanted to know from you, Hemant. Anything else that you would like to suggest the juniors or the freshers? Okay, there's another question by Shiva Kumar. Most of the bug bounty courses are there for beginners, but there is no advanced and expert bug bounty trainings. Can you suggest any such programs?
Like courses, even I'm not sure because I didn't took anybody's course till now. I'm
Hmm.
learning by myself. But if you want to do the expert, I can say that that will only come in you as the time will go. Like practice, you have to do. So, like when I was in 2020, when I started my bug hunting, even I'm not an expert.
Hmm.
So it depends time by time. And if you are talking about bug bounty, I would like to suggest that. Maybe you are depressed, maybe you think that what actually he is doing which I don't know, so there is no such thing. Okay, you also know the bugs which I am I know the bugs. The thing is, as a beginner you need to do a very hard work. If I talk about platforms, like maybe you are hunting on the bug route, let me give you one example. Maybe you are hunting on the bug route, you are getting the bugs, but the thing is you are getting duplicates, right? So just think the person who has a good rank on the bug route, so he will be receiving that program first. Okay, that first invitation will be sent to him. So he is reporting the bugs and he is getting the bounty. Same bug you are also able to find out, but that bug is duplicate. One more thing is, as a beginner, when you are going, you are receiving old programs, okay, which are
Hmm.
already pen tested. So consider the program came within one single hours, many bugs will be reported to that program by various security researchers. They will fix maybe in the 1 month, 1 week. If a bug is critical, maybe they will fix within 2 3 days. So consider it within 1 or 2 months, all the bugs will be patched, almost the common bugs. then you receive that particular program and you think that I was not able to find the bug, so you just think that it's already pen tested. So I would say that even I've done that thing, that if you want to do something good, don't focus on the money first. Try to build a good profile. Like I will go for the programs which offers only points or maybe kudos.
Mm-hmm.
So I will work from them. I will increase my reputation. Then I will go for bug bounty programs. And I can say that if I talk about Backrowd and HackerOne, there are more private programs than a public program. Like you have seen the public programs, that 200, 300 programs are there. Just think that there are more private programs than public programs.
All right.
So
So what is the differentiation between these public and private programs, Hemant?
So public programs are available publicly. Like even if anybody go today, just now itself on the Backrowd, you make an account and you will see many programs which are available. Like you can hunt them, you can find vulnerabilities and you can report them. Private program, when you'll get consider you have reported 5 valid bugs, 10 valid bugs, then a Backrowd, maybe it's a automation or manual thing, I'm not sure, but Backrowd
Mm-hmm.
thinks that yeah, he is a good person, he has good skills, that he can find the bugs. They will then send you some private programs like which are not publicly available. So you will
Okay.
receive the invitations, then you have to do the pen test. So the more rank you will have, the more fresh program you will receive. Fresh programs, even many times I used to receive the prior invitation that one program is going to launch after, on this particular date is at this particular time. So I will be sitting at my laptop by setting all my tools and the automation scripts and everything. I will just simply exactly if the program launched, I will find the bugs, I will report it immediately. Like you don't have to waste the time. So I can
Mm-hmm.
say you will receive the fresh programs also. So yeah, first try to build a good profile. In beginning, you have to do a very hard work.
Perfect. Another question that we have is, I have learned computer networks. Now, what should I learn next? I believe we have already covered this, but again, just to summarize, Shivam has asked, he has already learned computer networks. What should he learn next?
You know, 1 second. Like in previous question, I forgot to say. Like he told from where you can learn more
Right.
expert. You can say expert bug bounty. So you can go for different blogs. You can go to Hacktivity. Like there is a HackerOne Hacktivity, right, where you can find the disclosed reports. So many reports are there, which is very good. Like very good bugs are there. So you can learn from the Hacktivity. And if I personally say, at every morning, at least half hour, like 30 minutes or 1 hour, I will spend on HackerOne activity when I will
Okay.
see the bugs one by one. Maybe if I will see 10 reports and if I will understand two, three reports also, I feel very good. Sometime if I find something new, I will add in my checklist. I can say the checklist which I follow, so I will add those bugs in my checklist also, that yeah, this is the something new which I was didn't aware about.
All right.
Yeah.
Uh, Comes back to Shivam's question. Shivam asked, he's already learned computer networks. What should he learn next? I believe you have already covered this answer, but again, just to summarize it for him.
Yeah, like after computer networks, you only decide in which field you want to go. Like first do some research, what are the areas available in cybersecurity.
Okay.
See brief things, like see the full brief of that field. Like if there is three field, just see what are the things which I have to learn in this field, what are the things which are there in this field, and what are the job roles where you have to go. So
Mhm.
just see properly, then you can start learning those areas.
Perfect. Apart from penetration testing, what are the other work roles in cybersecurity domain?
Apart from penetration testing in cyber, so you can do research in cybersecurity in different areas. You can go for defensive part like red teaming, blue teaming,
Okay.
white teaming. So yeah.
Cool. Uh, that
Thank
was, I guess, it from my end, Hemant. Anything apart from this that you would like to share with the people, and some any feedback or any sort of suggestion that you would like to give to someone, or like if you consider yourself to be in second year right now, what would be the suggestion that you would give? That if this could have been happening, then it becomes much more easier, and there'll be a lot more opportunities in the field.
Yeah, so maybe one more thing I want to tell, whatever I spoke in channel, maybe everybody used to do mistakes, so might be I've given some wrong, like maybe I can say maybe wrong information, like mistakes are can be. So if I will suggest it, so in my perspective, I'm not sure I'm suggesting the correct thing or not. So I can say that you don't focus on two fields. Like I've found that almost many, like 80% people who message me are trying to focus on two things. Like maybe one is bug bounty and one is like I can say one is cyber security and one part is which they are doing maybe in the machine learning or web
Correct, correct.
development or so. I would suggest focus on one field. Like let me tell you, like I used to do 6 hours of pen testing. Sometime I told you that full night. So just
Mhm.
think about it. If either you have to do 4 hour of bug hunting and then 2 3 hours of the domain where in which you are working. So it's very hard. I can say not impossible. But it is very hard to focus on two fields. So just go for one field where you are fully interested and do just think that I have to do mastery in this field, not only a learning. Just try to learn a lot of things in that particular field. Um, yeah, that would be my suggestion. And don't get demotivated. If you are getting demotivated, just leave that particular place or the like even if you are demotivating from the LinkedIn by seeing bounty post or like that, you don't if there is no requirement, don't use LinkedIn for some days at least.
Definitely. Again, I think the best experience or the best roadmap one can have is by their experience itself,
Yeah,
and that definitely helps everyone. Correct. So again, thank you so much, Hemant, for getting so much time for us and joining us in the session. I believe the information that you have shared will definitely help a lot many people,
yeah,
and definitely we'll host you once again with us in upcoming sessions whenever there'll be
sure.
a sort of a event, something like that. Again, thank you so much for joining us. Good luck, and
Before ending, like I want to tell one more thing.
yeah, sure,
I won't tell, right? So,
definitely,
as one told that you like here expert bug bounty training, right? So, like the people to whom you consider an expert, go to their profile. Like it's a correct thing, okay? Like even I used to do. See from when he is doing that field, like he's
right.
working in that field. So I found that if this is the number 5 or he is in number 100, like he is in top 100 or top 10, he is working since 2016 or 2015, almost from 5 6 years. So
Hmm.
I will just make a comparison that I am doing from 2 years, and I will just do by hoping that it will require for me also 6 years to get his position, like at
Hmm.
his place. So don't get demotivated. I will just see that yeah, he is doing from 6 years and I'm doing from 2 years. So yeah,
I think understanding people's profile and seeing their
yeah,
experience also helps a lot. Right.
yeah.
Uh, cool. Again, thank you so much,
Yeah.
Hemant, for joining us. Good luck and stay safe. And yeah, we'll
You
again
too.
again in some time with another session like this.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone. Everybody.